So again, welcome to Accenture. I'm so excited to be working with you. This session here is about the networking scorecard and how we use it. So let me take a second here to explain the benefits of this, so how it works. Now, if I buy you a cup of coffee, then as a human being, afterwards you're like, oh, it's my turn to pay now. If somebody does you a favor and generates goodwill or gives you a present or some flowers, you kind of, oh, I want to pay them back. So when we do stuff for people, when we make their life better, as human beings, we kind of want to return the favor. And this is called reciprocity. And from reciprocity, we can actually use this as a strategy with the right intention. So if we help the right people, they will want to help us. Now, when we're looking at getting connected, getting into interviews for newspapers, introduced to the clients we want, if we've done enough for the right people, they'll want to proactively help us. Or if we ask for help, there's more chance they'll want to help us. So number one, it's a goodwill tool or measurement tool with the people who are around us. And as we go through Ascentive Pro, we'll be finding more and more people that you need to focus this goodwill on. Now, we can do this with everybody we're connected to anyway, but we're just doing it with more purpose. The other benefit of the card is a you marketing card, is ways that you can make yourself and your business visible to the market without spending money. Now, in Ascentive Pro, you will be asked to record your scores or share your scores at the beginning of every session. This is done from a perspective of accountability. So if you know that I'm going to be asking you, the chances are you'll get it done, which means you'll be moving your business every single week. So be looking for 2 scores when we're running a 2-week session. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share the scorecard so you can see this. So here's the scorecard. It's done as an Excel sheet. And it's a normal Excel sheet. So you'll notice on the side here, there's loads of activities, and you'll notice in the middle, we have points associated to every activity and days of the week. Now, what you're aiming for, if I scroll to the bottom, is every week you're aiming for 100 points. Now, if you get 50 points a week, that means basically you're doing enough goodwill and enough marketing to maintain your business. But we're not here just to be maintained. We're here to grow. So what we're aiming for is 100 points every week. If you get 100 points on a regular, consistent basis, it will mean you're doing enough to grow your business. Now, whatever activities we do on the scorecard can take a little bit of time to drip into the real world. So we historically see between 6 and 8 weeks of whatever activity we do today starts to drip into our business. So this is obviously something you need to do every single week. Now, I'll tell you now, if anybody ever turns around to me and says, oh, Phil, I'm not getting the business I feel I should be getting, my first comment is, show me your networking scorecard. And if you can't show me 100 points plus every single week, that could be the answer to maybe why you're not doing what you think you could be getting. So here we go. Let's just run through these activities. Now, as we go through Ascentive Pro, you will learn and we will be discussing all of these activities. To start with, we don't expect 100 points. All we expect is the fact that you've recorded and that you've learned and used some of the activities. So through the session at the beginning, even if you get 20 points, that's okay, because 20 is better than nothing. Okay, it's about building a habit. So the goal as we go through here. So if I see, for example, the first activity is speaks for itself, send out a note card. And the note card could just be a thank you very much for your help, thinking of you, whatever. So let's say on Monday, I do that once. So if on Monday I sent out 1 note card, you can see I get 2 points for that. Now, as we go down here, you'll see more points for different activities. And what it means is some of the activities have more value for the person that you're doing it for, and hence for the goodwill that will come back to you. So as we scroll down here, you'll see 20 points for arranging a speaking engagement for somebody else in your network. If you arrange a speaking engagement for them, it could have massive impact for them. That's lots of goodwill for you. So if you're a business owner that has lots of limited time, you're very time starved, but you still need to be marketing your business, you'll be aiming for the big hit activities like 20. Because if I want 100 points, I get 5 people speaking engagements, I'm done. But if you're a new business where you need people to know you exist, then maybe what you're looking for is lots of the visibility tools, which means you're getting out and people see you more, which would be more of the networking, more of the social media. Okay. So in this one, Sending an email followed by a note card. So that'll be an email thanking somebody followed by a personal card. More points. Sending a gift for a birthday or Eid or something like this. Maybe I sent one of those out on Tuesday, and so I get 5 points. If I did 5 of those on Wednesday, I get 30 points. So you see how even activities in normal life can generate goodwill. Now, a lot of these activities, when we do them, just get people to remember us. And when they remember us, there's more chances they'll refer us or even buy from us. Sending an article of interest. If, for example, my friend is into kite surfing and I see an article on kite surfing and I send it to them, they'll think, oh, that's nice. Goodwill. But don't send something they're not interested in because that's spam. How are you phone call is literally where you just ring somebody and say, how are you? Now, this is important. This is one of the easiest things we can do. Just think of somebody who's important to you and ring up and say, how are you? But the important thing is you cannot ask for business. The minute you ask for business or sell, you've taken away the goodwill instead of giving it. Now, the interesting thing is when you say, how are you? They will often ask you, oh, I'm great. How are you? And then you can then share what's happening in your life. They may even say, what are you doing now? And you can tell them, but that's different to you ringing up and saying, hey, I need to sell you my new updated website. That's sales. Okay. Visibility, credibility, and profitability. We will go into this more in the program, but this is basically a one-to-one is where you are sat with an individual who could be referring you business and you could be referring them business. We'll be talking more about this in the program, but somebody who's in visibility is somebody who you know the name of their business, you know their name, and you know what they do, and they know yours. So if both of you are in that position, you get 5 points. Your goal is to get to know them better. Credibility is all of the above from visibility, plus you are willing to refer them business. So that'll be 10 points. And somebody who's in profitability is somebody who you and they have referred each other business on a regular, consistent basis. Now, ideally, this is the ideal thing. Somebody who refers each other on a regular basis, because that's free. Our job through the program is to find more of these. But important, this is not somebody who's bought from you. That's a purchasing thing. It is not a referring relationship. But more about that in the program. Connecting people around a business interest. So 2 people, for example, who play underwater hockey, I connected them the other day, so I get 3 points. You're helping somebody. When we connect 2 people, we're seen as proactive, we're seen as helpful. That's goodwill. Connecting them around a business interest. I just met 2 people who are both in real estate, and I connected them both. There's 6 points. The 16 relationship builders. This is goodwill. So we talked about earlier on when we help somebody, when we volunteer, when we buy them a coffee, when we give them a referral. All of these are relationship building. Now, if you look on the bottom, there's a tab. If we click on that tab, these are the relationship builders, all of these things. So you can look on there, and some of them you will already be doing. What we're going to do in the program is do them with more purpose and aim them at the individuals we specifically need to be building a relationship with. So you can see you get a lot of points for them. Arranging and speaking network, event for someone in the network, we've spoken about that, 20 points. But also, if you get an engagement for yourself, where you market your business in front of an audience that could be good, you also get 20 points, okay? Now, referral activities. We'll go through this in the program in more depth, but this is where you have referred business to somebody in your network. So right at the bottom, you'll see 1 point is where you've literally just said to somebody, here's David's contact details, good luck. Okay, you haven't done much, but you've helped. So you get 1 point for doing something positive. It's up to 10 points where you connect 2 people. This one's the buyer, this one's the seller. You connect them and they do business immediately. You get 10 points. Okay, and what we want your network is to be doing that for you. So we're going to be looking at training your network so they'll refer you 10s and 9s and 8s rather than 1s and 2s and 3s. Okay, events, this is where you go networking. So this is where you become visible. So you go and attend a networking event, or it could be a social event. So if you go to a meal with your friends, points. If you go to a networking event, points. If you attend a Centive Pro, points, because you're attending and not hidden at home. So, for example, you attend an event, you get points. If you invite people to an event, you also get points just for inviting them because there's goodwill. If they turn up, you get more. So you invite somebody to attend my SBC, you get 1 point. If they turn up, you get 5. Okay, goodwill for them, and also goodwill with me because they attended my event. If you collaborate with somebody, so this could be somebody who, we talked about referral partners before, someone who refers you business, you refer them. You may have a collaborative event, in which case you get points. If we go networking, then also we get points as well. So down here, social media activities, if you comment on a referral partner's post, you get points. If you share an article of interest on social media, you get points. If you share a blog or one of your own, you get points. You can see this all down here, all points. So it's easy, really, to get 100 points. Now, what I would say to you guys is one of the most important things here is do this, record it. So some people choose to do it at the end of every day and they get points. They just total it up at the end of the day. Some people leave it to the end of the week and go back and say, right, what did I do? What you may do is miss a lot of opportunities. The best way to do this scorecard is to plan in advance who you need to be seeing and what events you need to be turning up to. So then you've already guaranteed you've got points in advance. So ways of tracking the scorecard, particularly in the early days, could be to print off the scorecard and keep it on a piece of paper. You can leave it on your home screen so it's easy to fill out. But what we're trying to do is make a habit. Habits take between 21 and 25 times to do. So over the period that we check in, if you do this every single week for 25 times, it should become a habit. Every time you stop doing it, you've broken the habit, you have to start again. So you may wish to choose find an accountability partner to help you with this. I'm going to stop sharing now. You may wish to just record your activities every week in the program, but that's the point. Further down the line, when we become really, really good at this, we may even stop tracking because it just becomes who you are. Every single person you speak to, you'll be running through your brain how you can motivate, how you can build the relationship, what you can do for them, who you can introduce them to. It will just become part of who you are. Okay, so that is the scorecard in a nutshell. If you have any questions at all, call me, WhatsApp me, and let's get this done now. Don't wait 2 weeks till we meet again. Call me and we'll make sure that you fully understand, because there's always something that one person understands and the other person didn't. So please just give me a call. Any questions? And again, welcome to the program, and I look forward to our journey together. Take care.